Hi everyone, it's Raleigh. Today I am doing some planning in my Hobonichi Cousin and Weeks. I'm going to be doing the June setups. And the first one of my weeks is going to be pretty short, just kind of the main headers for the month. But I'm very excited because for this and the cousin, I'll be using the June Coffee Monster Co-Kits, which I use their kits for both of these planners all year. But on this one, I'll just be kind of putting the headers in there. And you can see this is actually just my sort of grab and go one that I take with me, stick in my purse. So I don't kind of tend to put as much in it, but I like getting the month set up just because it looks so pretty with these kits that she has. And then I usually just stick the stickers in the back and then have it with me so I can kind of add things in as I go. So I'm gonna get these on, and then I will also get the little date covers, but that'll probably be it for this one because I want to dive into the cousin, but I'll make sure to give you kind of a quick peek of what the page looks like with these little headers on there. And there it is. Okay. All right, I know that was quick, but we are now on to the cousin. And again, I'm using the Coffee Monster Co. kit, which I think the designs and colors on this month are great. I also got the extra kind of add-on labels as well. And yeah, I'd actually gotten I've ordered another June one because I think I might use it later. So she puts out the kits in kind of 6-month batches. And so, and she just came out with the ones for the last half of this year. And I got a couple of them, but then I also got this one and I think another one in the February, just because I tend to lean towards wanting certain kind of colors. Yeah, and this is one of my favorites. I think it goes really well. I also just think it fits well with the cousin too. And I'm always impressed when I watch a lot of, other creators and planners. Whoops, I Did It Again Co is one of my favorites. People are so creative and use a lot more kind of designs from various artists. And I wish I could, but I think my mind would just sort of go. And so what I like about this is that kind of the kits give it a consistency, kind of pull things together, but it's not overwhelming for me to think about what I want to buy or get. That said, I do use the Rebel Ink Co. in my wellness, and I'll try and do an update on that later in the month. I'm still kind of working through that. And of course, the great thing too is they have a lot of stickers, so which I like. I just like that quick little visual reference. So I put paydays, I'll put garbage and recycling, and then I'll just put some highlights of some of the main events. I don't put like a ton of detail in here because I mostly use, my weeks section is the one that I use the most. And then for jotting down quickly in the calendar, I use my actual Hobonichi Weeks. And one of the great things about these kits too is she has, like, if there's special days like, donut day or birthday or something like that, she's got little stickers for them, which is kind of fun. It's just something to break things up and just something to kind of smile about. And if it's something that especially interests me, like the donut one, I will definitely honor that day by having a donut. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm just trying to see what else. Oh, I need the recycling and garbage, so don't forget what days those are on. Yeah, and it's nice to be kind of recording and talking again. I have, been continuing to use the planners, especially this one. And I don't know, the last few months have just been kind of odd, not kind of good or bad. I'm just kind of going by quickly, and a lot of good things too. I've gone to see some shows and been seeing some friends. But I think it's also this feeling of, oh my goodness, it's June, and I can't believe how far we've gotten in the year. It seems a little bonkers, but so some things like kind of recording and posting, which I do enjoy doing, but I think part of the last few months has been just, a lot of stuff going on in my mind. So when I kind of settle down to do this, I don't always record, or even if I record, I don't put it together. But when I do it, I do really enjoy it. So one of the things I've been trying to do is, if there is something I enjoy doing, to do it more and just to make that little bit of time for it. So hopefully this will kick off a good month of kind of consistent recordings. And I'm just looking I usually pick a couple colors to use in the month. So I like the yellow for this. And I think I might also get a brown too. So yeah, I put these swatches in my in my weeks, which is handy because then if I'm thinking of getting another one, I've usually got this with me when I'm out and about. So I think I'll maybe pick one of the brown ones too. But yeah, I have really been enjoying using the Cousin. I'm happy too that I've been consistent with it, and I'll definitely be getting one for next year. I probably won't get a Weeks for next year. I'll probably use the Traveler's Notebooks, which is what I'd used in the previous few years. I'll probably use that as kind of a secondary one, but I'll definitely be getting the Cousin again. So I'll just pop in a few more things, and then I think that'll kind of be it. All right, so here's how the month looks, and yeah. Pretty simple, and like I said, I'm going to keep trying to think of other ways to use this as well. And now on to this actual week, and I forgot to hit record before I put the washi and then the little work sticker on there. I'm just drawing the line to separate out the weekend. It's been a while, but it's fun. All right, now let's see, what do I want to do? So I have some things that are happening, so I think I'll start by putting those in. And over the the last few months, each week I kind of have been making sort of little tweaks to how I use it. What's really been interesting is some weeks, and it's when I'm planning, you can tell where my head is, because sometimes I want to be very conscious of being focused and getting a lot done, so I put a lot of kind of references and things in, and notes and to-dos. Other times I sort of step back a bit and use it more as just sort of a few things and then fill in as I go. And I've been letting myself be flexible and kind of see how it goes. I think there's a balance in between. I have a feeling this week I want to get a few more things done this week. The last few weeks have been, good, with work and seeing family and friends, but I feel like it's kind of the in-between time where I want to get stuff done around my place or do more things just, for me. So I'm hoping if I get a little more focused. And this month especially, I really want to focus on my home and getting a few projects done there. So we'll see how it goes. But I have a feeling this week will be a little more pre-listy. And then if I don't get my list done, it's okay. I just put nope and then kind of move it to the next day or next week. So let's see. And so normally I work from home, but when I have an event, either a live meeting or in this case, it's like a virtual event, but something very specific and very important, I want to put it in here. So I'll just put some little stickers to block out that time. All right. And a few more things. It's going to be payday, which is good. And then, let me see. I'm just sort of rambling and talking and doing this. Oh, one of the stickers that I love from Coffee Monster Co. is these kind of house ones. And the one that's kind of preset that has rooms pre-listed happens to match my rooms exactly on my main floor. So each month I use this sticker just as a way to, before the month starts, do kind of a bigger cleanup in those rooms so that I'm starting the month fresh. And I think what's really neat too is you can actually create your own kind of house with different rooms in there as well, which is kind of cool. All right, and to-dos, and I think there's just going to be a few to-do lists. I got a bunch of stuff I just kind of need to, and nothing is really, hey Rand, nothing is going to be really big or kind of onerous or require a lot of time. It's just, kind of after I get done work, and I tend to be better in the mornings. When I get done work, I very easily sort of fade into not doing a whole lot. So I'm hoping if I have stuff written down, it'll kind of prompt me to do that. And then in the bottom, I like to use these bottom areas because I don't, do a lot of stuff in the middle of the night. I like to just make, and I've tried out using sort of different lists. One of the things I want to do this week is track a couple things. This gets a little confusing because I am tracking in my wellness planner as well. Pardon me. But I'm going to try and get a few things. So I think I'll just put the months down here. All right. So I just, use the markers just to put some lines down. And I'm just going to put some little references to what I'm going to be tracking. Just kind of me who needs to know. So... and there are, I know there are kind of fancier and nicer ways of doing this, but I am still trying to work out what I want to use and If I find something I really like, I'll be a little fancier about it. So I'll just put down some little initial things so I'll know what I will be tracking. But it's been really interesting. I've been watching more videos too. And as we're kind of moving towards the middle of the year and how people have maybe changed using their planners or using different planners or using them in different ways. So it's always interesting to watch that. So I kind of pick things up and try it, but it was really neat. And something else I'll try and do later in the month as well is just sort of go through, this more thoroughly. And what I found interesting was I was going through my weeks, these particular pages, and you can almost tell by the way that they're set up and what's in them or not in them, kind of how my week was going. All right, so what else do I want to... I think I want to do this next week thing. I had been jotting some notes down in my weeks, but I do really just tend to use it when I'm out and about. So I think I do want to put notes here about stuff that I want to do next week. So often I'll think about it this week. And got a few other things I just want to mark down to get done. Let's see, aren't these labels great? So just the idea that, and that's why I like getting these kits, is that just everything kind of coordinates, so I don't have to try too hard and it still looks okay. And again, this is kind of nothing compared to some of the stuff I've seen people put together, both some of the kits that other designers have and the way that people put them together. But this is kind of the format and the design and the aesthetic that kind of is good for me. And I think I do want one of these little list things too. I think I'm going to be kind of ambitious about things. We'll see how this goes. All right, so I'm just doing a bit of tweaking. I'm still not quite sure what I want to put, but I'm going to change that to a get it done. And let's see what else. Oh, and the other thing I did too was I put, you can see little to-dos and label boxes there. And that's going to be chores because I do want to get stuff done around my home as well. And I think this will be the main or last header that I'll be using. And so it'll just be a matter of filling it in. So I'll show you guys what that looks like in a second. And here it is all filled in. So thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this. Oh, and by the way, I'll put a referral code for Coffee Monster Co down below as well. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.